Hey guys, and welcome back to part 2 of Steph's body scan. In this episode, we'll be answering some key questions which will help you improve your health, including reducing visceral fat and total body water. Stay tuned for this week's episode.
Life is not perfect, and neither are we. Welcome to Raw and Unhinged. Lara and Steph will be bringing you real and insightful chats on health, psychology, fitness, and nutrition. Lara is a qualified nutritionist and fitness enthusiast who loves her pizza, and Steph, a registered psychologist, author, and renowned brunch queen. We hope you're ready for today's chat. Moving forward, I have 3 questions I want to ask you about the scan and how I can improve moving forward. So number 1, as you can see from the top right graph here, everyone, my visceral fat is actually quite high. So your visceral fat, Lara, do you want to explain a bit about what that is and how can I bring my visceral fat down?
So your visceral fat is literally your fat around your midsection. So for females, we actually hold a lot more visceral fat compared to males. Number 1, because we childbear. Number 2, our hormones fluctuate as well a lot more than males. But a main reason why your visceral fat might be a bit higher is just from the fats that you're eating. So it's all dependent on your nutrition. So for someone who has a very clean diet, so who eats like very clean, is going to have a lot lower visceral fat compared to someone who, you know, kind of eats however they want and is very intuitively eating.
Yes.
So visceral fat has a main role and is a true indication of, you know, your diet. So just looking at that, so, you know, maybe you're eating too much peanut butter, maybe you're having too much fats in your diet, maybe you're not eating 100% correctly. But in saying that too, females do have quite a higher fat around their stomach area. Also could be due to, you know, things such as the period, everything like that. Hormones as well. So us as females hold a lot more estrogen around our midsection too.
So I thought visceral fat was just the fat around your organs inside. Is it your belly fat as well?
So it's around, yeah.
Because when I think of visceral fat, I think of like a big man that like eats the fat off chops and eats all like the fat off the bacon. And I'm like, that's not me. Like, how is my visceral fat so high? And I eat such healthy fats. Yeah. Can healthy fat give you visceral fat?
Not really. Well, eating too much healthy fat. So that is what I was trying to say before. If you're overeating, if you're in a calorie surplus, obviously you're going to have a lot more visceral fat than if someone's in a calorie deficit and losing weight. So visceral fat is, yes, the fat around your organs, but also the fat in your body too.
Okay. So what is something I can do from today to reduce my visceral fat?
So I would start looking at the fats that you're eating and looking at what you're eating. So making sure that you're not overeating. For you, I think portion control is a really big thing. So I think you should honestly start weighing out your meals. You know, if you say to me, Lara, I'm going to have peanut butter, actually weigh it out and measure it. Say 1 tablespoon of peanut butter. That's not 1 tablespoon heat. That's 1 tablespoon clean. So, you know, actually, I know you're laughing because it's true. It's not 1 full scoop of peanut butter. It's actually a tablespoon of peanut butter. Just be real with yourself and be real with what you're weighing. I think portion control and actually weighing out food is going to be a total game changer to you.
All right. Well, I'll more than happily give it a go to see how it all works.
Honestly, it will do you well, yeah.
So my second question is, I have no problem gaining muscle. I will look at a weight and gain muscle. I can gain muscle, but I struggle to lose body fat. What is the reason and how do I fix it?
So when you're gaining muscle and when you're in a kind of bulking phase, you're in a calorie surplus. So that means you're eating more than what you're burning. So in order to lose weight, you need to be in a calorie deficit. Your BMR is how much you burn throughout the day. It says here 1380. So that's your BMR. So that's how much you're burning throughout the day. When in reality, your BMR should be about 1500, it's saying within that score. So that tells me a few things. So that tells me your metabolism is quite low. So we need to work on getting your metabolism up. So ways to do that is having frequency in protein. HIIT training is really good. Lifting heavy weights is quite good. Getting in your sleep, which I know you do as well. And just being overall active throughout the day. So just keep to your walks and do different things like that. So there's certain ways you can raise your BMR. But looking at your BMI, it's 1,380, right? If you add in your F45 and your walks on there, you're probably burning about 1,700. So making sure you eat below 1,700 is super important. In saying that too, if you're going to eat 1,700 calories, make sure you macro count. Yes, you can eat 1,700 calories from just eating fat, but you need the right nutrients from there. This is where I see a lot of mistakes as well. So I see a lot of people saying, okay, I need to eat 1,700 calories. I'm going to go get a Big Mac and a fries from Macca's, probably 1,700. But that's not how it works because you're not getting the proper nutrients. So you really need a macronutrient blend, which is what I say to a lot of my clients too.
Yeah, so your fats, your carbs, your protein.
And your protein, yeah. So you need to eat below what you are burning in order to lose weight.
Okay. And just a quick question. I know different coaches prescribe different breakdowns of macros. Like, I want you to do 40% carbs, 50% whatever, and then 10% this. How do you determine what percentage to break the macros down in?
Well, I believe it's dependent on the individual. It's dependent on your body composition goals, and it's just dependent on a whole lot of variables. So this is why it takes me a while to do meal plans and work out macros for people, because everyone's going to be different. There's no one person that's going to be the same as the next. So I'm going to be different to you. You're going to be different to A. You're going to be different from person B. So all dependent on the individual. So it's dependent on your goals, what your body composition goals, and what you kind of want in your lifestyle. For instance, I love my carbs. So my carbs are going to be a bit higher, especially because I train a lot. So I need the energy to train. Whereas for you, you like fats more. So obviously you're going to be on a more fats than me, but your carbs might be slightly lower. So it's all dependent on what works with the individual, because I'm going to be honest, for me, it's all about the lifestyle change. I don't care if you're on keto, if you fast, if you're on a high carb. For me, I just like to see the long-term progress in the individual. So I always say, it's more impressive for me to see someone who's kept the weight off for 10 years compared to 10 weeks.
Absolutely.
Because yes, everyone can do a challenge. Everyone can do an 8-week challenge, but after that 8 weeks, are you going to go back to eating shit and putting on that 10 kilos that you lost? Or are you going to keep it off and put the hard work in? So that's more impressive to me than anything in the world, just the long-term success.
Yeah. And look, I'm very anti-diet. I think the diet culture is what gets people into this mess in the first place. And that's what I was saying on my Instagram this morning, is doing these challenges. It's not this is my life. Like, I eat 5 times a day. I eat healthy food. I love protein. I love exercising. So I just do it because I just want to feel part of the team, but it's what I do anyway. And one final question, because people are probably thinking, wow, like, her water is really high. What should you be bringing your water down? How do I bring that 34 down? Because it seems whenever I get a scan, my water is like, and I drink heaps of water and I drink heaps of coffee. I don't know. What do you do?
So honestly, your body water has to do with so many variables, Steph. So it could be, you might be getting your period next week. You could be very stressed. It plays a major role. The amount of water you hold as well is with your hormones too. So it's so many different factors. It doesn't matter how much water you drink, like, unless you're drinking about 6 liters of water a day, which I know you're not. But just, it's to do with so many different factors. So if I was you, I'd look at it. You're drinking your water. I'd look at individually. Number 1, am I getting enough sleep? Number 2, am I getting my period next week? What's my hormones doing? Are my hormones out of whack? And number 3, am I really stressed at the moment? Am I running around? Am I, stressing about little things? Am I paranoid? Just look at it individually and see what works. And kind of narrow it down from there.
Fantastic. So what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to go away and I'm going to work one-on-one with Lara on these results that you see, to show you what it is that Lara does, and that, it's not a diet. It's not just about losing weight. There's so many other reasons to get a grip on your health. And look at me, like, you wouldn't think someone with me has such a high visceral fat out of the charts. Like, that shocked me. So we'll keep everyone posted on this journey, won't we, Lara, and see what happens.
Yeah, and I think, you're putting in the work now and you're very consistent. So just take that away and just keep it up. Always say changes don't happen overnight. For me, it took like 2 years to change my whole body.
Yeah.
Changes don't happen overnight. And the most important thing is to stay motivated and keep at it. Because if you do, then you'll see the results.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do it. We can do it.
And on a final note, I just want to say to everyone, like, if you are someone who is going back to the gym or getting back into it after ISO and your body has changed or you have noticed an increase on the scales, remember the scales are not an accurate prediction of everything going on, as this has said, and there's more to life than your weight. So focus on making choices that are going to improve your, mental health, that are going to improve your energy and all that. It's not just about, being fat or big, because no one strives towards that long term. It's not going to work.
Yeah, I actually spoke about this the other day. Like this time last year, like when I was competing, I would used to weigh myself every day. Every single day I would weigh myself, and that's what dictated how I felt for the whole day. I have not weighed myself in over 3 months. Like, yes, I'll get on the scale every now and then, but I haven't, and I felt my mental health is so much better. I feel so much just positive about myself as well, and I don't beat myself up all the time, and I allow myself to have these things. So guys, scale weight isn't everything. Just remember, health comes in all different forms. It comes in mental, physical, and also emotional. So just always remember that scales aren't everything.
Yeah, health comes in all shapes and sizes.
Correct.
Well, I loved this chat, and I'm really excited to go away and implement what you've said. And if everyone's interested in the results, make sure you drop us a comment below.
Yeah. And guys, we're also open to helping people as well. I'm a nutritionist, Steph's a psych, and we love helping people. That's our main goal too. So don't be afraid to reach out.
Yes, get in touch.
Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed that one and learned heaps. Stay tuned for more Raw and Unhinged episodes with me and Steph. Miss you, bestie.